Good day, grade 12 learners, and welcome to our first video looking at your DBE PET for 2025. So we are here. It is your final year of high school, and let's have a look at what the PET has in store for us this year. Now, I know the DBE PET is very, very detailed, so we're going to go through and just see in this video what is in the document, what we need to know, and what we can expect and what we're going to go through in subsequent videos. So they just mentioned to us, and because you've done the PET in grade 10 and 11 already, you know basically what to expect. But again, as I always say, please read through the document, make some time for it, make some notes so that you are prepared. Right, so they just mentioned to us what the PET is, what's going to be expected of you, okay? And they tell us here that they want to build research and information management skills and see to the ability to use software applications, your ability to use software applications and technologies to produce quality outputs. Okay, they tell us what we will need, but here's the important bit as we go through. The PET is done in 3 phases over the first 3 terms of grade 12. So by the end of term 3, you should be done with your PET. Obviously, if you can do it before that, it helps you because then you're not stressing so much in order to get this done. So we've got 3 phases, phase 1, 2, and 3. In phase 1, you're going to be defining the task and find, access, and evaluate information needed to complete the task. So what is your task going to be? And then finding out info and evaluating that info regarding what you're going to need to complete the task. Once you find all that information, you're then going to be processing that data and information in phase 2, and in phase 3, you'll present the final result. That's basically what it is. What I always emphasize is please be in constant communication with your teacher, because despite the fact that they say it must be done in 3 terms, each school might be running that differently. Depends, on the dates that are set by your teacher in your particular school. So please do consult your teacher with regards to that. Right. Then we go through and we want to look at the mark allocation for the PET. Now, look at that underlined section there, telling you the PET accounts for 25% of your final grade 12 mark for CAT. Right. So we want to take this very seriously to get the best marks we possibly can.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
And that's what they say. It's crucial that you strive to provide work of a high standard. So how is this split over the 3 phases? Well, here you can see phase 1. Again, they're telling you this is where you're going to be finding and access data and information. And you're looking at a maximum of 32 marks, and that represents around 21%. Phase 2, we are then processing that data and information. That's 44 marks in total, so that's around 29%. And then phase 3, that's a whopping 50% over there. And that is where you are now presenting all of this. You're putting all of that data and information together to show us the end result. And then there's 4 marks just in general. But we'll look through the rubric in another video. And that gives you a total of 150 marks. And that gives us our 100%. All right. So we've seen now how those marks are broken down. And let's now look at what else they have, the topic. Okay, so the ethical use of artificial intelligence. Now, are they asking you, you're obviously going to define what AI is, but is this on just AI? Right, AI in general? No. The topic is the ethical use of artificial intelligence, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And here they say AI ethics are the set of guiding principles that stakeholders, from engineers to government officials, use to ensure artificial intelligence technology is developed and used responsibly. This means taking a safe, secure, humane, and environmentally friendly approach to AI. Now, they give you a link here. Again, there are going to be a lot of links. And there's a link to this article, AI ethics, why it matters. Again, you'll have to go and do some reading where that is concerned. Then they give us some more information on the topic, talking about how artificial intelligence has become more popular in our daily lives, from recommendations on social media platforms to autonomous vehicles navigating in the streets. AI is transforming how we interact with the world. However, even though AI has become a useful tool, there is still a great concern regarding the ethical use of AI. And here they show us some principles of transparency, accountability, fairness, etc. So they're giving us all of these, the ethical principles of AI, and again another link to a blog there as well. Right, then they continue. To ensure the ethical use of AI within an institution, business, or industry, the following procedures and processes must be followed. And then they give us those processes. So you can see how all this is just focused on the ethical use of AI, the ethical principles around AI, all of that. Then they tell us there are many sectors that make use of AI systems to improve and enhance efficiency and productivity, and they give us a few examples of these different sectors. Right, so let's see what our task is. Your task is to investigate how one of the sectors mentioned on the previous page could enhance the ethical use of AI systems on a local, provincial, or national level. Now, there's a lot going on there. First of all, investigate how one of which sectors? These sectors. So you're choosing one of them. It's either education and training, medicine and healthcare, banking and finance, travel and tourism, programming and technology, or lifestyle and living. So how one of those can enhance the ethical use of AI systems, and then on a local, provincial, or national level. So you need to choose one of the sectors. What are you going to be looking at? The enhancement of the ethical use of AI, and that will be either local, provincial, or national. So you'll choose one of these three. Your investigation, they say, should explore the impact, positive and negative, of using AI tools in the sector, the way in which the sector can be affected by the unethical use, the challenges, implications, and consequences associated with the use of AI tools, how these challenges can be overcome, etc. Okay, so you need to read through that, but here you can see what the focus is. Gather and analyze data relevant to the usage of AI tools in an ethical manner. They give us some more information. Identify ways to address or solve unethical use of AI tools in the sector. Identify a suitable audience. Who is this going to be for? Like they say, to whom are you going to present your research? Then they tell us the focus of the PATH research must be on the ethical use. So they keep underlining this ethical use. It's not just how the AI system can benefit or how it can help a particular sector or industry, but we're looking at the fact that yes, AI systems are used in that sector, but how can we use them in an ethical way? All right? That is the focus. That's why they've underlined it here. They mentioned also the spreadsheet must also contain data other than that gathered during the survey, but we're going to go into some more details on that. And then you'll get links to articles on the ethics of AI, ethics of artificial intelligence. There's various articles so that you have everything you need within this one document. Yeah, if you're in the education and training sector, the medicine and healthcare sector, they've given you all these links to assist you with your research so that you can then see how artificial intelligence, for example, in the banking sector, deals with ethics, issues, and alternatives for investors, right? So you are going to have to, when you choose your particular sector, go and read up on these things and see how you are going to put your research together for this. Okay. So as we go further down, they then give us an overview of the tasks. So like we said at the beginning, there's 3 phases. Okay. And here you can see as they've broken it down again, there we've got phase 1. This is where you are planning and sourcing your data and information, as well as critical assessment of the information sources. In other words, where are you getting your info from? Is it trustworthy? Is it reliable? Is it a valid website you went to? Things like that. So this is where you create your folder structure, you're formulating a task definition and a focus question, you're drawing up questions to guide the research, you're identifying sources to find quality info, identifying the research methods that you are going to be using, you'll be performing background research, you'll be assessing that information or those information sources, and then you begin to start on that final report. Because some of the things that you're going to be doing here are going to be in your final report as well. Once you're done with all of that, that is when you hand in for phase 1. Phase 2 is where you draw up and conduct a questionnaire, you design and use a spreadsheet. So you can see this one is more the design and implementation of suitable tools for capturing and analysis of the data. What did we say further up? We are taking what we found here and we are now going to analyze that. We are going to check everything and we are going to begin to turn that data into meaningful, useful information that's going to provide us with results. It's going to provide us with everything we need so that we can put that into phase 3, where we then finish up and present our findings, conclusions, recommendations, all of these things. Okay, so those are the 3 sections that your PAT is broken up into: your phase 1, your phase 2, and then finally your phase 3. They also tell us here you are expected to hand in your own original work, and you will show your work is original by signing the declaration in Appendix C. So I'm just going to go all the way down. Just go look for Appendix. That's Appendix B, Appendix C. The Learner Declaration of Authenticity. So you'll hand this in with your PAT. And there you can see, with this one, has the information received or help information received from the person. It could be from the teacher. You got some help from the teacher. You requested some assistance from your teacher. It could be that you got some info from ChatGPT and you didn't ask it for the entire PAT, but you asked it to help you with some research questions and some guidance along the way. So these are things that you would add into your learner declaration. All right, let's go back up. And again, we're just having a look through the document to see what's there. We've now gone through the phases. They talk a little bit about dishonesty, preparation, and then it starts going into detail on the instructions for phase 1. And we'll do a video on this because they give you the instructions for phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. What I also like, I know they do it each year, at the end of a particular phase, they even give you a little checklist as to what you should be handing in at the end of that phase. Then once they've gone through that, you also get the rubric so you can see how marks are obtained in the various phases, phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. So it really helps you so that you can go and see, listen, this is where I'm getting marks. For example, here with spreadsheets, I'm going to get marks if I have simple functions. If I use concatenate, I'm going to get 2 marks out of the 4. If I end up using sum, concatenate, and rand between, I'm now suddenly going to get 3 marks. Okay. Obviously, you don't just want to randomly use these things. You want to use them in a meaningful way. But this does help as we go along. And then phase 3, the whole rubric there as well. And then there's an assessment summary, and you can see the teacher will be signing this as well, just to say this is the learner's name, these are the marks obtained, they sign there. Remember, we've got the learner declaration, so you'll have the declaration from the teacher and the declaration from you as the learner going through as well. They even give you with Appendix D some sample questions and source tables, but we'll be going through that in a subsequent video. Right. So, folks, this is our DBE PAT for 2025. And we can see this year they are focused on the topic of the ethical use of artificial intelligence.